Alright man, I'll see you soon. I'll come get you and then we'll do the video. Alright, what is up guys? I hope all of you are doing great and this week has been awesome for all of you. Today I want to delve right into entrepreneurship and what truly makes an entrepreneur, because a lot of people tend to think that entrepreneurs make tons of money, are surrounded by socialites or hot chicks, cute men, I don't know, and make a great living out of a business that they just started. So today we're gonna cover what makes an entrepreneur, what are the pains, the struggles, not just the good and the great things that comes with the money at the end of the day. So today I have my very good friend Gary here. He was studying in a polytechnic. He was doing pretty well. Yeah, Temasek Poly. He was doing pretty well in school, but he dropped out as his business.
I wasn't doing well in school.
Okay, basically he started an online business, Ecommerce, and eventually that led him to a whole new path as an entrepreneur. I'll let him share more about it. Alright, just share us what you do.
Yeah, so my name is Gary and this year I'm actually turning 20 years old. So right now, as you're watching this video, I might be 19 or 20, but right now as you're taking this video, I'm 19 years old. So here's my story, right? I was born in kind of like a below average family, so our family didn't really have much money. But then, so when I was young, I was always like conditioned to want to achieve more and want to have lots of success, not just in terms of financially, but kind of like spiritually as well. Because when I was young, like our family condition wasn't that nice, so I was always driven to want to kind of make lots of money and just be in this enlightened state, if you will. So going into Temasek Poly, I learned that wasn't for me, because I went through like school and then I went through like those lessons, and then I started really questioning things when I was around like 17 years old. So during the first year when I was in Temasek Poly, I started asking myself questions like, why am I here? How is this gonna help me get to where I want to be in life, which is not just working a 9-to-5 job, because I always aspired to work for myself, travel the world while making lots of money and without being bound by location, time or money. So just kind of like living a free lifestyle. So I always ask myself questions like, why am I doing this? Why am I in school? Is this really that important? And then after that, I kind of stumbled upon a business, and then I kind of met my friend as well who was doing business, and I was kind of asking him, wow bro, like you're really crushing, you're doing so well. He wasn't really doing well, but he gave me an idea, and he's actually Kenji. He gave me an idea and he was selling power banks. So I was like, wow man, you are selling power banks, that's so cool. And during that point of time, I was like so mind blown by his idea, so I decided to try it as well. And then we kind of formed like a business corporation, and both of us were selling power banks. And that's when I kind of had this like switch, and I was like, wow, I want to be an entrepreneur and I want to make a living through business, through like working for myself. And I was around 16 to 17 years old at the point of time. And then eventually I kind of stumbled into online marketing, which is basically, long story short, it's making money online, so making a living online. Because I saw that people were making like a full-time income online. They were making like $5,000-$10,000 online, and I was like, wow, that's insane. How do you guys make so much money? Because at the point of time, I was still a 17 years old kid. I was still kind of unknown about what's actually possible in the world out there. I didn't know that people were making a living online, so that really kind of hit me like really hard. Then I kind of went deeper into it, and I tried many different online businesses like Amazon FBA, which is basically selling on Amazon.com. And I also tried growing Instagram accounts and selling those Instagram accounts, basically flipping Instagram accounts for profit. And then I eventually stumbled upon dropshipping, which is Shopify dropshipping. And if you guys search for my YouTube channel, Gary Lim, you'll be able to see my YouTube channel. Kind of plug. So anyway,
hit and subscribe.
Yeah. So anyway, this when I really kind of started. When I got into dropshipping, that's when I really knew that okay, this business model is definitely working, because I saw that people were making like so much money with it, and I was like, wow, it's incredible how someone can generate up to like $10,000 a day in sales and like $20,000 a day in sales just by selling online and running these like Facebook ads. So when I kind of stumbled into that, I knew that I had to like give it all that I had. And 6 months into it, like the first 6 months of dropshipping, it was just hell. It was just terrible, because I was losing money every single day. I was figuring things out, and I was a little bit like upset because things wasn't working out, and I wasn't feeling happy. The business wasn't working well, and everything seems to be like kind of like tearing apart in a sense. Then eventually I kind of stumbled upon this winning product. So eventually I found like a really good product that was selling really well, and I went from like being broke, literally almost losing all my money in my bank account at a point of time, to just making, I think the first month I made like more than like 20,000 like in profit, somewhere around there, maybe less than 20,000, somewhere around there in profit. And I was like, wow, I was on top of the world. And that's when I realized that wow, this like online thing is actually for me. And fast forward today, we actually did like over 7 figures in sales, like our combined revenue. And I dropped out of school last year actually, so that was around 6 months ago, that's when I dropped out of poly because I knew that I'm just gonna go all into it, and that's pretty much my story for you guys.
So what do you think actually entrepreneurship is about?
So entrepreneurship can be kind of defined by like many things by many different people, but to me being an entrepreneur it's just like a kind of like a label to me. I don't really see myself as an entrepreneur, neither do I see myself as like a business owner. I see myself as just like a human being, to be honest. But I kind of feel like this idea of entrepreneurship is basically about running your own business and working for yourself, and taking life in your own hands and not giving others the power to choose for you, and basically kind of being in the driver's seat, not in the passenger seat. So choosing to live life the way you want to live.
So what would you have to tell anyone out there that intends to do their own business, start their own business, be an entrepreneur? What should they be looking forward to besides just their success and the money? What comes along with being an entrepreneur?
So being an entrepreneur, you definitely have to go through a lot of pain and a lot of struggle. One of the things which I think will be faced by most people when they are kind of like starting on their entrepreneurship journey is just the fear of being judged by other people and the fear of being alone. Because when you kind of embark on this journey, you'll kind of notice like how people think, because you'll start to notice like this pattern in the way like your friend and society thinks in general, and then you kind of notice that those belief systems that they have doesn't really like resonate with you anymore, and then you'll start to want to kind of look for new friends, and you might not really resonate with your old friends because you realize that there's so much out there to life than just like getting a degree, working a 9-to-5 job, and kind of like dying. You realize there's so much more to life, and then you won't really resonate with them, and then that's when you're kind of like break down in a sense where you kind of like find like who you are, and you start to like be a little bit like more lonely and start to face all your fears in a sense, and that's usually like the first 1 or first 2 years. It's gonna be like the hardest for most of you guys until you eventually kind of have some success and kind of like rebuild a new identity, or like rebuild a new like person, and you start to have like new friends and like a kind of new lifestyle. But at the start, it's always gonna be like the hardest because it's really like a very big jump for most of you guys out there, and especially if you're young, it's still okay, because if you're young, there's a lot of room for failures. But if right now if you're like a parent, if you have kids, then I understand it's probably gonna be really really tough to quit your job or something, because you have something at stake. You have like your kids to take care of. So but if you are say like you're somewhere around 17, 18, 19 or 20, like you're a young adult, or you're a teenager, which I assume most of you probably are, you want to really look into just taking more risks, because now it's like the best time for you to take risks. Because if you don't take the risk right now, if you kind of eventually get a job and you start working, you realize that your responsibilities will start like piling up, and you won't be able to take as much risk as you previously could. So right now it's definitely the best time for you to go out and try that businesses, and you don't really have to kind of be like, what if I lose my friends? Just kind of like take it one step at a time, because you eventually figure everything out along the way, so you don't really have like anything to worry about.
Would you agree if someone is intending to study in school, whether it's college or university, and they want to get this certificate or study this particular course because it aligns with their future career? For instance, they want to be a doctor and they truly want to be a doctor, so getting this certificate is important, or an engineer. But if they want to start a business they want to create something that would give value to the business world or something, then make the right step to start this, like take action now and start it now, rather than to continue to follow what society has put in people's mind, that you have to study, you have to get this degree in order to be successful.
Yeah. So if right now you have some sort of like business idea or business like you wanna start like ASAP, you wanna start like right now, because if you don't start right now, like life is really so short. Before you know it, you're gonna be like working a 9-to-5 job, and before you know it, you're gonna be old, and you're gonna be like a grandma, grandpa, whatever, and you'll look back, and one of the biggest pain in life is regret. If you ask like anyone, like if you ask like anyone out there, even like right now you watching this video, like if you look back at your life, you'll realize that the only thing which you are truly like upset about in life is like kind of like the steps and the chances that you didn't take in life. And even when I look at my life, I realized that although I made so many bad decisions in my life, literally like decisions that were just like really like stupid, but I'm like, wow, that's really awesome, because I'm eventually kind of molded me into the person that I am today. So if you kind of look at the pros and cons, there's actually like no cons to like kind of like starting a business right now, because you're only gonna be learning and you're gonna be evolving, and at the end of the day you're gonna be like, wow, this is such an awesome journey, this is such a beautiful journey. And I would for me, although I went through so much failures and so much hardship in my life, I would gladly like do everything like over again from the scratch. because it was just like so, there's like so much, you know, glory after you kind of like go onto the other side, and then you look back in your life, you're like, wow, that's awesome, you know. You just have this like deeper sense of appreciation for life itself, and more like gratitude in general if you came from like nothing. And that's like really kind of like a word for you guys out there.
That's great. So focus on the abundance that's also out there, and stop limiting. What you're trying to say is also stop limiting yourself. Reach for your full potential, your skills, talents. Stop being fixated on the idea that this is the only way to go, getting a degree or studying this particular thing. Figure out what you really want to do, right? I think that's very important to know what you really want to do, and then just trust yourself, take the step and commit yourself, trust the process, and embrace everything that comes along with it. Not just the happiness, the successes, getting the clients or getting the money every single month, but also the pain, the failure, the struggles, the hardships, because this is what makes you
just that's what actually make like the whole journey fun, you know. It's like going through the pain, the struggle, and then coming back on top and looking down and like, wow, I went through so much shit. That's what actually made the whole thing rewarding.
So I think to wrap this up, if you are out there and if you are contemplating starting your own business, stop hesitating. Figure out what you really want to do and why you want to do this.
Just dive right into it, man.
Just dive right into it. Just
say it's great, take action. Just dive right into it.
Or like what he used to tell me, pull the trigger. Once again, this is Gary. You can check him out on my Instagram, Gary Lim, and
Gary.lwq, my Instagram.
Yeah, there you go. And on YouTube as well. And I hope you guys got some value out of this video. Once again, if you have any questions, feel free to comment down below, and
make sure to hit a like, and don't forget to subscribe. You know, spend a lot of time making these videos. You know, love you guys.
Love you guys. Peace out. Have a great day, and ciao.